I'm sure you can see, our girl A is out today because she is not feeling well. We love you, Adrian. Please feel better.
Yes.
Now, we won't let our girl's absence get us down because it is the first Friday in June.
Yes!
Which means, that's right, it's time to turn June gloom into a party.
Yes.
Because The Real doesn't just celebrate regular old Fridays here. Hell no. We celebrate Friday! Yippity-doo-dah. Today's Friday drink is a refreshing watermelon cocktail. That's right.
Watermelon.
It's a combination of sparkling mineral water, crushed ice. Hold on, Tam.
What?
A watermelon agave popsicle, and of course, tequila.
This is so good.
To learn how to make this mocktail or cocktail, head over to thereal.com. Can we cheers at least
Yes,
first?
I know.
Happy
Cheers.
Friday,
Cheers.
honey.
Friday.
Happy
It's really
Friday.
good.
Friday, my dear.
Happy Friday to you, Royal fam.
Happy
Now, who's ready for
Friday.
some Friday girl chat? All right, let's do it.
Oh my goodness, this is strong. It's so
and
good.
it's got a popsicle. What is
Yes,
this? It's a pop-
it keeps
that's
it nice
bomb.
and cold.
Okay, that's
A little
what we doing.
pepper on the side there.
So good.
Okay.
Can you get into the topic?
Yes. Okay, so we all know it takes a village to raise a child. Don't you know that?
Yes.
And part of that village are godparents. Traditionally, the role of a godparent is to help shape and develop the child until adulthood. And if, God forbid, something ever happens to their parents, they would step in.
Yeah.
And while many consider being asked to be a godparent is a huge honor, some people just don't want that responsibility, which begs the question, if you're asked to be a godparent, is it ever okay to say no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People ask me all the time to be a godparent. I ain't about to do that because that's responsibility, right? You
Yeah.
No,
But I
feel
can see
you on
why
that.
they do, because you are such a great
I'm an
auntie.
I'm not
I
a
know.
god mama.
Okay.
Mama is very important in that word. Now, you
Yes.
can call me a god auntie, but a god mama, no, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. See, you're braver than me. The fact that you're even down to say God auntie, auntie to me still sounds like she's someone who's responsible. She's always gonna have money. She's gonna have your back and pick you up at school when you need. I'm cousin Jeannie. I can't be a god. I can only be cousin.
Okay.
Cousin Jeannie's gonna be there when you need to be bailed out, maybe.
But Tam, tell us what's the responsibilities of a godparent, seriously.
Okay. Well, I actually have to say that is probably one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make for my children is choosing their godparents. Or
Is
their
that a
godparent.
necessity? Do you have to do it?
I think if you're thinking of the future, you know, you want the
what
best. Yes, the what ifs. You want the best for your children. And automatically, for me, I didn't want to upset any family members.
Yeah.
You know? So when I was thinking of the godparents for my children, I was focusing on the parental guidelines, like how these parents actually parent their children.
So do they have to have had children?
Yes.
Oh,
for me.
you guys.
For
Oh,
me.
and Adam.
I want them to have.
All right, I'm out.
I want them to have had experience.
Okay.
And also,
Damn, you really thought about this.
Yeah, you really have to think about it. It's
Yeah.
actually very, very, very important.
Okay.
For me. And then also, I just wanted to see their lifestyle, like how they lived, you know, their lives, and where they lived.
Yeah.
So my children's godparents are actually my brother-in-law and sister-in-law,
Oh.
Eric and Hannah.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are
Those
Adam's?
are Adam's. Well, Adam's brother is Eric, and his wife is Hannah.
Okay.
And I'm not Cree's godparent at all either.
Yeah.
That's my sister's son. And I felt like their life paralleled with Adam and I's.
Yes.
So it just made the decision a lot easier. I mean, I wanted my mama to be my kid's godparent, but then my mom was like, no, honey, you can't do that. I'm older. You know, they have to be, I guess, a little bit younger, because you want them to live a very long life in case something
Have you
happens.
ever been asked to be a godparent?
I have, and I am.
To who?
My friend Courtney.
Okay.
And
Who is
I'm
that?
a godparent. Well, she actually lives in Texas. And my godchild, her name is Saren. And it's hard because we live in two different places. But what I loved about Courtney is that she asked me, you guys, actually before I became a parent.
Oh, wow.
But she knew me for a very long time, and she knew that I always wanted to be a mother,
Yes.
and that I was going to be a great mother. So
Yeah.
I saw it as a huge compliment.
Yeah,
so
that's
thank
huge.
you.
Oh, wow.
In my whole life, I've been asked 3 times to be a godmother.
Yeah, you're great around children. I get
am. I'm really good. But I said, hell no.
No?
No. Because I do think it's an enormous responsibility to not only take care of the child the way the parents would have wanted, but to also make sure that your life is ready at any time that child is going to walk into your life.
Let me ask you something. Did you, like, when they asked you, did you say no immediately, or did you think about it?
No, I knew I couldn't, but I wanted them to say what they had to say. So the 3, it was Tuan Lee, Lakeisha Wade, and Jinx Macabenta from the Bay Area.
Ooh, that's a variety of people.
Yes. Those are the 3 people that asked me. They were all my close friends. But I said, after they said what they had to say, I said, let me be honest with you. I think that you already are such a qualified parent. I look at you and how you're about to raise this child. I see such a beautiful person that's going to be a part of our society in the future. I'm still trying to figure my life out. I don't even know.
Thank you for being
honest.
honest, though.
I don't even know.
And
so
when you did that,
then people sometimes feel, because they see you differently than you see yourself, they're like, no, you'd be amazing. You'd be great. Like, you're this, you're that. They say what you say. But I'm like, I know myself, and I know also what I want to do. You know what I mean? I don't want to take care of children now in my own personal life. I don't want you to count on me to take care of yours later on.
let me ask the audience. How many people, round of applause, are godparents? How many people, round of applause, have been asked? Oh, y'all, it ain't a lot of people. Okay, all right, but that's interesting.
Anybody, how many round of applause turned it down?
Look, that one right there, she been clapping.
She was like,
you know, I applaud your honesty, because as a parent, I would rather you tell me no up front than to take on that responsibility and not be 100% in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, kudos to you.
Yeah, and I know a lot of godparents
who
take on the responsibility because they're honored for it, and then they don't touch it. They don't touch base with the child. They don't, because you have to be in the child's life. If something were to happen, this kid just can't all of a sudden be brought over to you and be like, "Hi, nice to meet you."
But not only that, you guys. Adam, actually, once you get married, you take on your spouse's children. Adam has 4.
Ugh.
Nah, nah, fam.
No, and they've actually stayed over, and you know, they're a lot, but overall, they're good kids.
So y'all really got 6 kids?
Pretty much.
Yes,
okay,
that's
all right.
Pretty much.
It's a big responsibility. Take it responsibly. Now, having kids is certainly a full-time job, and parents can sometimes get so busy that they end up losing their romance in their relationship. But the number one thing hurting couples' sex lives isn't their kids.
What?
It's Netflix. That's what they say.
Really? What?
That's right. A study from Lancaster University found that more and more couples nowadays are taking their iPads to bed instead of each other. All right? They
know who you are.
They sit next to each other with headphones on, watching hours and hours of Netflix, and have no romantic interaction. So, ladies, is your partner turning on Netflix in bed and not turning you on?
Yo, if your partner is busy with the Netflix in bed, that means your sex ain't good right now, okay? That's honest. Like, if your partner is all up in the Netflix, like, that just means that your guys' sex life is not happening.
Adam and I actually, but
yes,
Adam and I Netflix and chill together. Like, we have.
But you're Netflix and chilling, so you're doing the chilling.
Oh yeah, no, we always chill. We always chill. We actually have 2 television shows that actually turn us on.
What are they?
What is it?
What are they?
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys, there are lots of like sex scenes in that show.
Okay.
It's really sensual, and there's lots of fights and stuff, and everybody looks sexy, and Adam and I, like, we have a glass of wine together, and we always end up.
So you into softcore
fun.
porn? That's what you into, right?
Okay. And wait, and there's another show. Have you guys watched Peaky Blinders?
No.
Yes. So it's kind of like a gangster Irish show, and Adam feels very macho, and then we like have whiskey afterwards, right? And then we end up having sex with that show.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is why they keep calling up the God kids, man.
So it's all about just doing it together. Enjoy it together.
Yes, but
you have a big television in your room, and then that's what you do.
But I think we're talking about couples who don't do the chill part. All they do is Netflix, and then they go to bed.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what's happening is that, well, the thing is that I think it's certain rules. See, I don't live with somebody, so I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think if you're married or you're living together, you know, at certain times, you're like, okay, I want to see Netflix. But I think you should have rules in the bedroom. Like, in my bedroom, I don't have a television.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to get out the bed. And if the television is there, I'm going to look at it. You know, and I don't put iPads. I do everything in my living room.
Okay.
So I think that there are certain type of rules like that can keep you from not... You know, because to me, the bed is for sleeping and for making love.
Yes. Yes.
I'm about to say,
But have you ever watched a movie with a guy that you're dating or whatever, and then, you know?
I do it in my living room.
In your living room?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's the foreplay part.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the foreplay part, and then you take it and finish it up, you know.
Come on, Lonnie.
That's that happy
Cheers to
ending
that.
right there.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
So what do you do, Jeannie?
Wait, okay, I'm a little bit more old-fashioned, but I love reading. I really love reading in bed by myself, but I think when you can read a book together with another person, have you ever read a book with another person and you guys either read to each other or while you're reading, you guys let your toes...
You librarians?
No! It's so hot. I don't know why, but there's something about when
It's like
another
that
person...
silent communication. I know what you're talking about. You can feel it.
Yes, and when that person's busy reading and trying to stay serious and they're in a serious part of the book and you're just kind of messing with them and you just start touching them in different places.
Yes, stop it.
Exactly. And that's when you can, you know, have fun with them. It's just a different sense. It's like... Lonnie,
I read her lips.
Try it sometime.
No, that's interesting.
All right, well, from big tips on how to improve your love life to big tipping in a restaurant, recently a woman and her son had a coffee and some chocolate cake at a cafe in Switzerland. And when the bill came, the woman paid with her credit card and ended up leaving quite the generous tip. Yo, that was because she accidentally entered her 4-digit PIN number, 7686, instead of the amount that she wanted to tip, which meant her order went from $23 to over $7,700. She didn't realize her mistake until she received her credit card bill. And when she called to try to get the money refunded, the owner closed the restaurant and filed for bankruptcy.
So he took the money and ran.
Yes. Ladies, after hearing this, are you going to pay more attention when your check comes from now on? Do you pay attention?
See, that's why I like, because, you know, I like the paper bill.
Yeah.
I don't like those restaurants that have the actual, like, you put it in a machine, because that's where she got kind of confused. I gotta, you know, add and, you know,
carry the
one and all that kind of stuff. That's what I like. But what's bugging me about this is how people are so unfair. When she called the credit card company, they were like, well, legally, nothing was wrong. This is why people lie. Because if she would have called them and said, you know, somebody stole my credit card, she'd get that $7,000 back. But because she was honest, and I'm not condoning lying, but I'm like, you know, just because it's legal doesn't mean that's morally right.
Yes.
And that's the problem that I have with this whole story is that she was, you know, she made an honest mistake.
Right thing.
She doesn't have $7,000, guys. You know, reportedly she's almost homeless. She doesn't have that money. And then the banks won't even help her out. But people are like that. And then the owner filed for bankruptcy with the restaurant, so he took that $7,000. He was promising it back to her. But she's not going to get that money back, and now she has to pay for it. And I just hate stories like this because when I was in college, I was doing college gigs, and I had an agent, and there was a third-party agent. And my agent booked me through the third party. And I ended up getting the check for this particular college. When I saw the check, what I had on my contract was totally different what the check was. Well, that's because the third party, you know, agent was taking all of the money. And I was like, how can you, and legally he could do it, but I'm like, but morally, how could you sleep at night he was getting twice as much as me. But people are like that. So sometimes you just gotta kind of, I I don't know. Protect yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say lie, but protect yourself.